Hey everybody, we're live. We're live with Charles Sanders here from Remax. Hey everybody, thank you for hopping on to the One Self podcast. And as you know, this podcast is where wellness meets purpose, inspiring you to grow intentionally and elevate your brand, life, and business. So, Charles, tell me a little bit about your professional background and what got you into real estate.
So I started my professional background. I'm going to start with law enforcement. I was in law enforcement for 13 years right here in Yuma County. Started off as a detention officer. Then I went to a deputy.
Mhm.
And then after that, I joined Yuma Property Management with one of my friends, the homie, Jose Figueroa.
Yes, yes.
And then I went to Realty Executives, had a couple of nice teams there. And then recently just moved right here to Remax and looking to take it to the next level with them.
Nice. I love that. I love that. So diverse background, has always been a leader in various industries and continues to do so because he also has a company called the High Council Society, which we'll be getting into here in a few seconds. So Charles, what's your story? Like, how did your journey into real estate and leadership begin?
So one day I was at work. I was a deputy, like I mentioned earlier, and I was looking for a career change because from 19 until about 32, 33, law enforcement is the only thing I've known. Like ever since I was an adult, I was start off at detention. So I just wanted to, I just wanted something else. And honestly, I wanted to make more money. I wanted to just be a successful businessman. I've always wanted to do that. So one day I get a call from my buddy, Jose Figueroa, Joe. And he's like, hey man, what you doing? And I'm like, hey man, I'm thinking about getting into real estate. Unbeknownst to me, he was a broker. I just knew him from the music scene. He was a entertainer in music, pretty well known.
Pretty cool.
You might know him as Cavi.
Yes, Cavi. Yes. I heard him.
So
you were heavy in the music game that time too, though. That's how we met. I was hosting my first ever nonprofit music show, and I had met one of his friends, Eric, at a networking thing, and then he brought in Charles, and then Charles was performing, and he performed for this cause, and I'll never forget the kindness that you showed then, and you still show. So
yeah. So he had two agents at the time. They decided to go in a different direction. So he needed someone to come in and help him out. And I needed to see what the real estate world was about. I didn't know anything about real estate, nothing. I didn't know anyone in real estate. I just know that I wanted to try it out.
Yeah.
So he said, come by the office. He owned a property management company. And the rest is history. I got in there. Cool. It was like
it's like he became your mentor.
Oh, but definitely my first real estate mentor when it came to property management. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have got licensed. I basically interned. So it was a good fit. And then I interned for him for like probably like 6 weeks.
Okay.
And then after that,
you kept at it.
Hired me on, and then we were rocking and rolling.
That's pretty cool. See, the moral of the story is like find yourself some mentors because there's no shame in asking for help.
That's right.
There's no shame, and you grow like that.
That's right. I always try to tell people that because I was 32 at the time, and I was an intern. But I was more hungry for the knowledge and the experience more than the pay, because most people wouldn't even, you're not paying me? Well, they don't see the value in it if it doesn't have any money attached to it. There's no cash attached to it.
Exactly.
But I saw the vision and I was like, this is the first steps.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be somewhere where someone's going to have a little bit of patience with me.
Absolutely.
And where I can, come up to speed, and he can also get some free work out of it. So we both are gaining out of the situation.
Of course, yeah.
And, that year we won Yuma's best property management. And then the next year we won second place in Yuma's best.
Okay.
So,
awesome.
and I didn't know that until he told me that, hey, this is the first time they got acknowledged for being Yuma's best, the number one. And I believe at the time, ERA, they kept on getting voted as the best property management in town, and we dethroned them that year. So that was pretty exciting.
That is. That's a big win, especially for something that you've never done before, and now you're learning, and now all these great results are coming from it, and customers are happy, and so they keep coming back.
That's right.
So the next thing I wanted to ask you is, what is the High Council Society, and what inspired you to step into this new role now as president? It's a brand new networking group that he has formed. And so on top of REMAX and doing the real estate, he has a networking group. So tell me a little bit about it and your upcoming events too.
So the High Council Society is, for those of you that don't know what it is, it's like a networking group. A lot of people compare it in Yuma, Arizona. I don't know what they call it in other places, but it's like a chamber. It's like a networking group, business networking group, where people come together weekly, and we basically talk about our wins and our losses. We do short trainings. We see who's a good fit inside the group. They got to pass the vibe and the value check. And we send each other referrals, and we have a very sophisticated referral system that we do every single week. And the reason why I started it is because I took a little sabbatical from real estate recently. I went through a serious car accident, and I didn't know it was serious until I saw some doctors that were able to look into my back and my spine. I kept showing up to my doctor, and then finally they said, you need to go see a specialist.
Oh man!
And then the specialist said, hey man, you need a couple of procedures done to you. So that actually took a long time. And then what a lot of people don't realize is the mental ramifications of a serious car accident. I was sitting at the light, and basically this guy, no brakes, no nothing. He hit me about 30, 35 miles per hour, and I'm at a complete stop. And I kind of downplayed the psychological aspects of it, but it did cause a lot of anxiety, and it took me some time.
Yeah, because now you have to do the work to heal when you have the momentum of what's going in your career. You got children that you're taking care of, and you have responsibilities, and now it's like, man, I'm stopped in my tracks, and now I have to reevaluate. How am I going to make things work? You have medical bills. You got to go through physiotherapy. It's not something that you would want to wish upon anybody.
No, for sure. And, a lot of people, they don't understand what goes into it. And, driving around, and I have a toddler, at the time he wasn't even 3, he was 2. So I kept on thinking about, man, because that was out of my control.
Yes.
Normally you think about a car accident, you think what you could have done differently.
Yes,
but at this aspect, I was sitting at a light. There was nothing I could have done to prevent it. And with that knowledge of not being in control of that moment, it just put things into perspective for me. And it caused a lot of anxiety, because I started thinking about, man, what if somebody hit me and I had my kids in the car?
Oh man.
Or if I had, someone I love in the car, my fiance in the car, and they got hurt, then what? Then where would we be? Because now both of us are hurt. You know what I mean?
Yes. That would impact. I mean, never think about the worst. I mean, I know you go through it when you're in that moment, but it's like, okay, now you're blessed, you're better, and you're on a new beginning.
Yeah. So I am blessed, I am better, but that's a whole nother story. I could talk about that that's its own podcast.
It is. Being blessed and better.
Yeah.
It's your next song.
Yeah, that's right. So so I was like, listen, I want to come back, and I want to come back, and I want it to be a new and improved me. And I was just brainstorming with myself, like, how can I do this? What can I set up so where when I come in the game, I'm getting referrals, I'm bringing value right away to people.
Yep.
Because before I started coming back, I started getting phone calls from old clients, and they wanted to buy properties and this and that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't with a brokerage.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out which brokerage I want to be with. And that's when I called up Steven Silva. He's the broker here at Remax. And, it just aligned. Everything made sense. And then I came up with the networking idea so that we could bounce referrals off of each other. And, that's a story within itself.
It is.
Right when I'm thinking about doing this, I see Jason in Walmart.
Shout out to Jason.
Everything happens in Walmart.
Yes.
In the produce section, you find business partners, you find love, you find whatever. And so we're chopping it up and we're saying, hey, let's do something. And then a couple coffee meetings later, it's 4 of us. It's me, Jason, Adrian, and Dustin. And then you see what it is now. And you're a big part of that with the High Council Society. You are inviting a lot of people. You're giving a lot of referrals. You're bringing a lot of value to my group.
Thank you.
And also a lot of credibility as well. So I thank you for that. But that's what we've been doing so far.
It's a group effort. And the energy of our group is so unique because each one of us come from different, educational backgrounds. We've lived different places. Some are in healthcare, some are in, drywall and painting. Some of us, like me, public relations. So we all bring different things to the table, which is so cool because something that somebody might have learned from Charles now is being implemented and you see it in real time. And then even like people that like, hey, you know what? I'm building a house, but in the meantime, I might need to rent something. Hey, Charles, help me out, And it makes it so much nicer when you get to know individuals and see like they really genuinely want to help you.
So January 15th, we have our first quarterly event because I decided, hey, I want every quarter for us to have a business mixer, not just coming and meeting at my office or meeting at different places to have lunch and talk business, but I also want to come out and do something for the community. So this Thursday, January 15th, we will be at Swanky's from 6 to 9 p.m. And because I'd like to do too much.
Yes, you do. You do.
We have somebody there throwing fire. We have a DJ. We have Pop the Balloon. We have decor.
There's taco truck outside for anybody that wants to eat while they're there.
That's true. We got vendors. We got drinks. It's gonna be an after party, ladies' night after party with drink specials.
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be.
It's definitely a happy Thursday, guys.
Oh, definitely.
Happy Thursday, and just an opportunity to meet new people because sometimes even if you work from home, just getting out and putting your business in front of people, or it doesn't even have to be formal, just to meet a new friend or come to a lunch or have lunch with somebody. You never know who you're going to connect with. And you never know the growth that can come just from getting yourself out of the house or out of your office to make new business or make new friendships.
That's right. And you know what? I was just reflecting on this the other day. We have a pretty awesome group.
Yes,
we do.
For being that the business has only been here for 3 months, guys, it's amazing the growth that I personally have seen, not only in yourself, but even in myself. You are who you surround yourself with, and it makes a big impact on the way you see yourself and the way you come out and communicate with other people.
That's right. We have phenomenal people from different walks of life, but we all have the same vision. So we look different, but we all have the same heart because I think it was Julia or Brooke. She said that what I like about the group is that we're diverse, but we're really not diverse because we're all on one accord. We all have the same mission. We all have the same goal. And that's what makes us, unique in that aspect.
Yes, absolutely. 1000%. And I can't wait to see what happens in the new year for it as well. So, as a leader, what core values guide the way you build community and business? Like, what are your core values?
Community and business, what are my core values? I would say, first and foremost, integrity. Integrity is really big. I tend to hear my clients tell me that they appreciate and they value my opinion because they know that I'm not just giving it because it's going to benefit me. They know that I'm looking out for their best interest.
Absolutely.
And in real estate, that's really big because that's one of our fiduciary duties is to put your client above you.
Correct.
So let's, if you're interested in a property and your client is interested in too, you need to disclose that to them. So integrity always comes first. And then the other thing is, am I getting value from this?
True.
Or aren't I? And does this align with my purpose right now? So that's who I am now.
Yeah.
It's all about, does this align? Is this what
does this bring value too?
Does this bring value to me? And what I'm noticing is that the people that are around my clients, my business partners, people in the high council society that gravitated towards me is probably because that's who I am and that's who I'm attracting.
True. Very true. Very true. And there are a lot of people that in a normal day you would not meet unless like we came together and had broke bread and then actually really got to know each other. And then the friendship, grows from and stems from there. And it's a beautiful thing. You got to come check out the luncheons to see how it is. It's very different from things I've ever gone to. And, you actually are learning and growing together with people.
That's right. And it's going to be, the vibes are going to be off the chain. Now, I know a lot of you guys are listening to me like, man, this guy sounds kind of monotone. But
no.
But I just want to let you know that there's going to be people in there with high energy. Jason's definitely going to be high energy.
Dustin too. Our host is Dustin with the mostest.
He's going to do the most. Be high energy.
Yes.
I guarantee there's going to be balance. It's not going to be just me in there trying to, be in the meditation state. I'm going to balance it out.
Yes.
And this is just where I'm at in my life right now.
And you're going to be interacting with everyone, like there's nobody that's just going to, if you want to come just to chill, that's cool too. But we'll have some high energy and if there's someone that you need to meet, come to us and we might be able to like link you up with that person. That's what this Pop the Balloon game is about. It's to find your referral match, find the person that, you're now all in one room. So now this is your opportunity to be like, hey, you know what? I'm working on a patent or I need a lawyer. Okay. Hey, I actually know someone that's great. Or, I'm starting my business. I need to know how to make my bank account. Okay. You know what? I got a good lender. Maybe, hey, he's doing real estate. I got a good mortgage guy. Like it's people that we've actually used or actually trust, which is the best part of this whole game and situation.
And let's not downplay that. The vibes are going to be on 10 too. So we do have DJ Tom who's going to be there. He's going to be playing music. He's going to be the curator of the master of vibes there.
Yes.
So we're going to be
Master of Vibes. That's new. I thought it was Masters of Ceremony.
No, Master of Vibes. Not an MC. He's an MV.
MV. Most valuable player.
That's right.
Play the DJ.
So Tom is going to be there, and we're all going to be there. Yes. It is going to be a safe, and it's going to be a professional, and it's going to be a casual environment. And I think it's just something really for everybody. Now, the group itself is not for everybody, because we are very selective of who we let in the group. There is a process that we go through. Everyone has to kind of like say yay or nay on the new members. But after that, we do that. We're strict on our members because we have to protect, the energy inside the group. And man, we have the best energy. And when you guys see the new referral process, the new incentives that I have already outlined for 2026, you guys are going to be excited. This is something she doesn't even know about yet.
I don't. There's always surprises every meeting. Every time I see him, he's got another brilliant idea.
That's right. And I don't just have empty ideas. I have ideas that I put into action. And so it's going to be very exciting. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for the group, and I'm excited for the year.
Yes, of course. New year, new you, new beginnings, and new growth.
For sure.
So, what sets you apart at REMAX? As a realtor today, I can't even speak English right now. Okay, what sets you apart from your competition? Let's keep it simple.
I think in today's times, there's two things that probably sets me apart. And I've been noticing in my time away, I just been kind of studying what everyone's been doing. And I'm not trying to talk down on anyone. The question is what sets me apart. So just answering the question is almost kind of like I'm better, but I'm not better than nobody else. Okay. I just want to set that out there right now. But what sets me apart is I noticed that today there's a imagination deficit, you know, and as you said, I always have these ideas. So I think that's what sets me apart is that I'm always creative. I'm always trying to create a way to connect my clients, my high performing clients with the property that they want. And I'm always trying to find new ways to collect my clients that are selling property to get the buyer that they want. And
Absolutely.
and I think I've been really good at that. And another thing that they've always told me is that they appreciate my sincerity. I just can't nail that home because sometimes people, they just want business so bad that they're just going to tell you what you want to hear. They're yes men. And because I've had such a confrontational background in law enforcement, you know, I'm not really afraid of confrontation. So I'm not afraid to tell you, no, that's not a smart thing to do. I'm not afraid to say, I don't think you should do that. I'm not afraid to walk away and lose your business because it doesn't align with what should be happening. So that's another thing.
But that also shows that you have clear boundaries. It shows that, you know, you will not tolerate like disrespect or anything that's going to spoil your reputation. And so part of that is having that clear communication. Even if you don't feel like that's the right client for you, setting that tone in the beginning helps you so that you can attract the right clients and you can be happy doing the job that you're doing.
And you know what? I think a long time ago, I keep on getting the reoccurring clients. And I enjoy working with people that enjoy working with me. And I noticed that I just want to get those type of clients one at a time. I don't want to get everybody. I don't want to work with everybody. And I know that sounds crazy for a lot of you guys out there, a lot of realtors, but I don't want to work with everybody. I want to be selective with who I work with. I want the most intelligent, most decisive, highest performing people in our community. And normally I attract them and we tend to work well together. And that's what I like about what I do and where I'm going now is that who my clients are really clear. Some people come to me and it's like, you know what, you don't really align with where I'm going right now. So I would prefer to refer you to someone that aligns with you and your goals because that's actually best for both of us.
It helps both and keeps it keep it kosher and keep it happy and move on. So my next question is, what's the busiest, not busiest, I can't speak, guys. I'm with him and I'm getting nervous. You know, no, what's the biggest misconception people have about buying real estate and selling real estate? Like, obviously there's a difference. So what's the biggest misconception that you've seen?
The biggest misconception, let's start with buying real estate. What I learned is most people, they've never bought real estate ever in their lives. So misconceptions, I don't know what the biggest one is, but I know there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to real estate. A lot of people, they believe that there's like a magical first-time home buyers program, and there really isn't. Everyone's like, what's the magical first-time home buyers program?
I mean, it exists, but there's also like other things you have to be, you have to do, like your credit score's got to be a certain way. Like,
but that's for everybody.
That's for everybody.
That's for everybody. So it's like the thing that when they try to tell you like, hey, this is what you do for first-time home buyers, it's kind of like, yeah, but that's what you do for everybody. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Selling, buying and selling is kind of different. It's sometimes the seller, they negotiate themselves out of a deal. They think selling a home is like selling a car. They think selling a home is like selling something on the Yuma marketplace or the online marketplace. And it's not. Sometimes, you know, when it comes to sales and real estate, it's such a big, grandiose move that sometimes the buyer doesn't want to negotiate with you. You know, and you don't understand how sensitive the matter is. So you can say something like, okay, let's say you want to buy $1 million home. And I have a buyer who has cash. And he wants to buy it for $999,999. $999. Yeah, 999. Right? But you're like, no.
Yeah.
You're missing that dollar or that cent or whatever. I need that. Sure. And it's like, but wait a minute. You know, your house has been on the market for a year.
Yeah.
And you haven't had any offers. And this guy is going to give you $999.
Almost close enough. Yeah.
And what's going on here? And then you say no. And then your house sits on the market again for another year. But this time, let's say the market has changed.
Yeah.
And it's not even worth $1 million. They're only going for $750,000. Yeah. So what just happened there? You waited a year and you just lost $250,000.
Exactly.
Because you
timing, it's all timing. But that's what you guys, that's why you hire a realtor who understands the market, the changes and things. But it's also timing for them, like when they're ready.
But this is the problem. What happens when the realtor is afraid to tell you, hey, you're messing up? Like, I want to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
And I want to keep your business. But what you're asking for is kind of petty in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And this is
in that example, it is a little petty because it's $1.
I know. But you won't believe how many times you will run into that situation. Situations like it. Now, it won't be $1, but let's say it's 500,000 and it's someone's offering you, you know, 475, or that's $25,000. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
But let's say, you know, 495.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then you're fighting over $5,000. And then you're in the situation where you haven't had any offers. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just, you know, a lot of people, they try to focus on negotiating with the opposition. But a lot of times what I tell the realtors is your best negotiation is going to be with your client. And it's to see how honest you could be with your client. You know, not with a stranger.
Yeah.
And how well can you prepare them and set expectations so they know what to expect. And that's all you have to do. And that goes back to
and sometimes the process is quick and sometimes it takes a bit, you know, back and forth, negotiating, you know, what they're gonna need repaired, what they're not gonna be repaired. Like the price doesn't just come out of nowhere. It comes out of, you know, what do they want, but also what the market is doing, you know?
And that's the number one, what the market says that they're gonna do, because you know, you could have a property that's really good, but it's in a bad area.
Yeah.
And the normal home sells for one amount, but you want a much more higher amount.
Yep.
So we could talk about real estate all day, but this is not a real estate podcast. This is
just general to find out more about him. But you know, you can tell that he loves what he does. Yeah. And if you ever need more information, you can always reach out to him on social media or call in the office. So how do you balance relationship building with closing deals and scaling your business?
What do you mean by relationship building?
So like, obviously you have to build a relationship with your client. You got to build a relationship with your referral network. So that's one side of it. The second question is dealing with like scaling your business. So relationship building is included in both.
Okay. So
because you need to build a relationship with your client, and then you got to build a relationship with your network if you want to scale and grow. Any idea?
So that's like saying, how do you eat an elephant?
That's true.
And
okay.
This is how you eat an elephant. You eat an elephant one bite at a time.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at my business. I try not to get too far ahead in my mind, just so I can stay organized in here, because I have ADD. So with ADD, you're always trying to discipline yourself and be in control of your thoughts. So because I'm always trying to be in control of my thoughts, I only look at things one thing at a time, and I go to my schedule and then I do that one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So I build relationships one at a time, and I build my business one step at a time. And
you don't rush to scale to the next step. You're thinking it through. You're writing your plan. Yeah. You're executing strategically.
Right. So when it comes to action, I do it one thing at a time. When it comes to strategizing, that's when I come thinking about all the moves on the plate. It's like chess. I'm strategizing, except I'm not making any moves. I'm just looking at the board and I'm trying to see what I should do next to build my success.
Absolutely.
And
because to be honest, guys, you can plan all day. I have a planner. I look at it. You know, sometimes I'm writing in it and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm on my phone and writing it on my phone. But at the end of the day, you can have a million ideas. But if you're not putting action behind them, nothing's really getting done.
Exactly. And there's a lot of people that plan, talk, and they have zero action.
It happens. It happens. And, you know, just how you're going to stay organized and how you're going to, you know, how people see you in society is a reflection of how you're putting yourself out there too. You know, the people you talk to, the things you consume, you know, like just everything is its own thing. But you have to know how you want to show up, and you got to show up the same, positive, and you know, and you have worth in yourself. Then it's going to show in your business. It's going to show in everything you do.
And you know, I'm always looking for new ways to get better at every stop. And I try to get, you know, you put me on some things administration wise, and I took it and I put it into action. And that's and
it's to help, because at the end of the day, if you're growing a business, if you don't have certain things that are in place, then you're going to be rushing to get things done at the last minute. And I'm all about let's prepare so that you're not in that boat, you know? So what mindset shift helped you grow as an individual contributor into a leader and connector?
Mind shift.
You had a mind shift between leadership and connection.
I did have a mind shift change, and my mindset is always evolving. I think for the better. And as you guys can see, I'm in my kumbaya meditation phase of my mindset, and I'm learning to listen to people. That's what I think that's making me a better leader. Is I'm trying to figure out where people are at, and then if I can provide them value from where they're at. So, and a lot of times I can see myself in other people just by listening to them and understanding what's going on, and then I give them, you know, I don't want to say like I'm giving them advice, but I'll just give them my input if they want it. And that's another thing that I've been learning to do is stop giving unsolicited advice to people. You know, if they want the advice and it aligns up with what I'm doing, then I'll give it to them. So I think that is huge as far as leadership goes. And what was the other part of it?
The other part is you as a connector. You know, how did you do the mind shift saying that now I want to be a connector? Because you were always a leader. Because you know you were a leader in the police force. You were a leader giving back to different organizations. But now you said, okay, how can I take my leadership and become a connector? Because being a connector it's a personality. You know, some people are good at just connecting one to two and people to people, and it's a gift. Because I learned that later in life that's who I was too. But for the longest time, I would wonder why do I want her to meet him or she to meet her? Like, you know, for the longest time. But I realized it's my core quality. It's about like just letting people meet new people and see the growth, and just, you know, sometimes somebody gets along with someone better than you, and it's okay. It's like cool, they connected, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, you are a master connector, and you are probably the master Jedi when it comes to connections. You know, Obi-Wan
I think you are too, bro.
I think you are too. You know, I'm barely getting my feet wet as far as connection goes, connecting one to one, and that's just me realizing that hey, I don't have all the answers, but I know where to find them.
Yep.
And
you're a good problem solver, that's for sure.
That's kind of like, hey, I don't do this, but I know who does do this. And I know that's what you need and that's what you're looking for. And I'll just introduce you to that person. And so that's connection is really just easy because I'm naturally a people's person.
Yes.
I'm naturally a people pleaser, you know, and that's a part of me that I've always wrestled with my whole life. Is always trying to please people.
Yeah.
So in that journey, I've always found different people. And then, you know, just connecting like, hey man, you guys should link up. I think that'll work. I think you guys be a power dynamic. You know what I mean?
Yep. See, there's people with problems and there's people that will find you the solution. Get at Charles. Either way. So we're getting down to the last few questions. Okay. And how do you stay focused and motivated during challenging or uncertain times and seasons in your business?
Oh man. Whenever team those teens.
Those teens.
No, whenever things get challenging, I try to go back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I always pull knowledge from my past.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you know, playing basketball and the coach wants you to make the last shot. That's very nerve wracking. That's very challenging.
It is, yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Well, the thing is I'm gonna take this last shot. Then I need to make sure my mechanics are right. I need to spread my fingers, make sure my elbows are in, and then I go up clean with it. You know, so I apply that and I just, you know, transform it into what I'm doing. So, you know,
Awesome.
I just, hey, go back to basics. I need to go pick up the phone call and see how people are doing. I need to go do the stuff that was here before AI and the internet existed and do what realtors did before
it got so commercial.
Right. Yeah. So, and I think I'm actually in that phase right now where I started the council.
You're building a relationship.
I started the council. I'm meeting people all over again. I'm getting back out there, and and I'm basically doing that part right now.
If you are, you definitely are. So, what advice would you give now to entrepreneurs or real estate professionals who want to build both success and their legacy?
Just do it. I know that sounds like this ain't Nike, but
I know.
But it was like 3 words, but it was the most profound
and the most powerful message. You know, like, and that branding is fire.
Yeah, just do it, man. Just get up and do it. Don't think about it. You know, there's a lot of people that have paralysis through analysis or whatever you want to call it. Just get up and do it. And I'm that type of person. I go and get started, and then I'll figure out everything, the paperwork and everything else later. But I just need to get started. And I heard a speaker say, you don't need to be great to get started, but you got to get started to be great. And that is so true.
That is so true. 100%. 100%. You got to start every day with a new perspective and a new mindset that, you know, tomorrow's not going to be the same like yesterday. So my last bonus question is, what inspires you daily?
So what inspires me daily is my purpose. And my purpose is to take care of my family and take care of myself. So that's enough purpose. That's all you need. You don't need no grandiose, glamorous, luxurious, opulent purpose. You just need to you gotta eat, you gotta provide the roof over your head, you gotta take care of things, and people are counting on you to take care of business. So that's my purpose. My purpose is already built into my life and my lifestyle of my family and my friends. And so that gives me enough fuel to get out here and do what I got to do and try to share up my business and make things rock every single day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So guys, if you want more information about Charles or just to connect with him, you can follow him on social media, Charles Sanders. And if you want to see the replay, you can go to At One Self Consulting on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And I just want to leave you with a quote, just like how he had a beautiful quote. Take one step today that your future self will thank you for. And another one, bonus one. When purpose leads, impact follows. So have a wonderful day, guys. And thank you so much for your time, Charles. It's been a pleasure. Peace, peace, peace. And we'll see you tomorrow if you're in Yuma, Arizona, at Swanky's 6 to 9 for his High Council event.
It's actually not tomorrow. It's Thursday.
Well, Thursday today. I'm
Tomorrow's
so behind.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Tomorrow is not Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, but day after tomorrow, Thursday, 6 to 9 at Swanky's. So have a good evening, everyone. See you later.